Just look at the running order and look at all the playoff drivers, right? So Logano, Suarez, Blaney, first, second, third, Elliott and Bell, fifth, sixth, Bowman and Gibbs, eighth and ninth. A chunk of them back there outside the top 10 with Reddick, Byron, Cindric, and Harrison Burton continuing to have a great day. Hamlin, the ride-around theory has got him up to 22nd. We'll see how this green-white checker treats him.
Logano has won here. Suarez has won here. Blaney has won here. And it's going to form up that the teammates will be on the same line. So Blaney can push Logano.
So, Jeff, at this point, I imagine we're going to see the very standard left hand out the window from Joey Logano. They can't see it on the outside lane, kind of give Blaney the hand signal. He wants Blaney to go maybe a split second first. Is that the idea? Get to your bumper and then you accelerate?
That's exactly right. You want him to touch you and then you accelerate. That way he can stay locked up to you. Remember the rule, when the leader gets to the beginning of the restart zone, he can go, but he doesn't have to go right then. He has the entire restart zone to go. So Joey Logano, he's one of the best in the business at understanding how to restart. He wants to surprise Daniel Suarez and get a good launch, but he doesn't want to make it so good that he separates himself from Blaney. It's not always, Lee, just about, jumping in the gas as fast as you can. You have to have a plan. If you do it right, you can win this race.
Well, this race could have finished about 50 laps ago and we would have been happy with a great race.
It's been unbelievable.
It's been unbelievable, but now it's going to give us even more. With an overtime green-white checker finish. And this overtime presented by Credit One Bank. Get ready for it. Listen to the crowd. They know that they're about to see something special, but just how special will it be? Let's go back to racing to finish this one off. Logano and Suarez. How big is that push from Blaney for his Team Penske teammate? And then the Trackhouse boys are working together. Chastain is pushing Suarez. Don't take your eyes off the 20 of Christopher Bell either. First to the Hendrick Chevys is the 48 of Alex Bowman. Logano ahead. Suarez fighting back. Here they come to the white flag. Logano gets another little shove from Ryan Blaney. And the two Penske's clear Suarez. But Daniel's not giving up. It's Joey Logano clearly out in front. But is there a late run? Remember how this finished. Chastain into the wall, but he's able to keep it going. Has Suarez got something special like he did in February? They're crashing into the wall. Porsche comes out of the checker. They're flying everywhere and Hamlin is involved. Joey Logano prevails in this first playoff race.
And now we start the playoff, boys! Yeah!
His crew chief, Paul Wolf, told us he's a big-time, big-pressure racer, and he delivers.
Hell of a job there, Joe.
21, a playoff car involved. The 11 of Hamlin, another playoff car involved in the wreck.
Yeah, the 11 rode around all day, got no stage points, ended up finishing 24th. He's going to come out of here 2 points to the good in the playoff battle.
Bubba Wallace also involved.
What an overtime by the Penske pair. They got a great start. I thought they had a little wheel spin right away, but they stayed organized. And then a big run into turn 3, but it was the commitment from Ryan Blaney to Joey Logano. That final push, you called it, Diff, into turn 1 was the difference maker for the 22 car.
Just think how close it was for this Auto Trader Ford and Joey Logano missing the collision with Buescher and Truex and Blaney. He ducked up the inside. And as Harrison Burton tries to get going, this is how it all went down, coming to the checkered flag. That was the Chastain hit, first of all, but watch further back.
Well, it continues on with Chastain. Right there, there's contact, and this is where they all get stacked up. Nowhere to go. So I think this is a push gone wrong with the 1.
Yeah, the 9 kind of got caught from whoever was behind him. As you pointed out, pushes kind of stacked up, and then the 47's pushing the 23, who gets turned around, and then the 11 gets into, I mean, it's just chaos back there, everybody in the gas.
That's what starts it all.
So the day just didn't go the way that the 11 had hoped, but it certainly went the way that the 22 team of Team Penske hoped.
It's working. I'll take all of them. How's that sound?
Joey Logano, in his 11th playoffs appearance, wins at Atlanta Motor Speedway and heads to the Glen with strength. And with that chaotic finish behind, we're waiting on confirmation, but we believe it is indeed Suarez and Blaney who followed Joey home. It's Logano's moment here in the Peach State. Do you know, in his early days, he lived in those condos off to the right when he was racing Bandoleros and Legends. And now he's victorious here again.
Diff, you mentioned it, Joey Logano ran Legends cars and Bandoleros at this racetrack forever. And this race team continues to deliver when it counts in the playoffs. What is it about this team, Joey, that you guys can step up and make a difference in the playoffs?
Oh, man, just incredible execution from the team. You know, it's when it's playoff time, it's our time. That's what I said. We got to always level up when it comes to playoff time. And they gave me a great Auto Trader Mustang. She was fast all day. We kind of got stuck in the back a little bit. It was hard to get track position back. We had a good restart and got towards the front and had my teammate Blaney behind me. It really helped out in that last lap to be able to make sure a Penske car won and ultimately move on to the next round. So good day for all the Penske cars. I think they got a lot of stage points as well. So pretty good day today. This is Auto Trader's home here in Atlanta. Coca-Cola's home in Atlanta. A lot of people here. It's important for us to run good at this track. So. And there's a lot of memories right here on this start-finish line for me racing Legends cars as a kid. So this is a really cool feeling to be out here in the Cup car again.
I was going to say, for a kid who ran Thursday Night Thunder for years here at the Atlanta Motor Speedway on the quarter-mile track, how much does a win, much less at Atlanta, period, but in the playoffs mean to you personally?
It's always special, but here, I mean, I lived right there, 805 for about 6 years, so it was a lot of time looking at this racetrack, dreaming about going down into turn one. So I can't thank the team enough. Like I said, everyone at Penske, Roush Yates Engines. Hello to my kids and wife at home. I wish they were down here, but it was definitely a special week coming here before we got here. I got to see one of the squadrons that's getting deployed here soon, and we got to spend a lot of time with them before we got here. So it's a heck of a way to top it all off.
Yeah, Paul Wolfe said, I can't take much more of these fuel mileage races. So how intense was this race today, much less the end of it?
I mean, I'll take all of them. It's working for us. Bring it on.
All right, welcome to the round of 12. Joey Logano with the win here in Atlanta.
And there's those condos that Joey was talking about where he lived when he was a young guy, dreaming of moments like this. A win here last year and a win here in 2024. And like Marty said, locks himself into the round of 12. Chaos behind him. All he could see was a checkered flag. Joey Logano wins the Quaker State 400 and starts the playoffs in the best possible way. Good comments, a little bit of good luck, dodging that collision, good strategy, and he had the speed at the end. Logano victorious. We've got more on the other side. Don't go anywhere.
$5 all-you-can-eat pancakes are back at IHOP for a limited time. Or free with select combo purchase. Only at IHOP.
Dude, what are you doing?
I'm protecting my car.
That's too much work. WeatherTech is so much easier. Laser measured floor liners up here, seat protector and cargo liner back there.
Nice.
Out here, side window deflectors and mud flaps and the bump step to keep the bumper dent free.
Cool.
It's the best protection for your vehicle, new or pre-owned.
Great. But where do I
order? WeatherTech.com.
$5 all-you-can-eat pancakes are back at IHOP for a limited time. Or free with select combo purchase. Now you can get stacks on stacks. At IHOP, we don't just put food on your plate, we put a smile on your plate.
The celebrations are about to begin for the Auto Trader Ford and the 22 team at Team Penske. Joey Logano notches up his 34th career win, but most importantly, this puts him, Jeff, through to the round of 12 in the playoffs.
Well, think about Joey Logano and this team. They came in here in the playoffs, ranked 9th with only 1 win on the season, only 2 stage wins, and that's not, what this team is normally about. But what do they do when the playoffs start? First race of the playoffs, they win. He keeps talking about we all think he's the big pressure guy, and these are the reasons why.
Well, I was just going to say, Diff, for the rest of the field, it comes down to where you were at the time of yellow and if you were involved in the record or not. So officially, this goes under a finish under the yellow flags. You see clearly Logano out front, and then the other 5 or 6, 7 cars, NASCAR is just going to have to go back and look at all the positioning of them. And, it all matters because every point matters, but we talk a lot about the chaos and what could possibly happen at Atlanta. Think about this. Kyle Busch, the only non-playoff driver to finish inside the top 10.
And you highlighting when the caution came out, specifically they were looking at Suarez and Blaney, and Suarez has been given the nod there for that. Now, Daniel came into the playoffs in 10th. You mentioned 9th for Logano. 2 guys, 9 and 10, who had monster days.
Yeah, Daniel Suarez a monster day. Denny Hamlin a bad day. Kyle Larson a bad day. Ty Gibbs with a chance to win this race late. He fell all the way back to 18th.
And even as bad as 20 looks for Chase Briscoe, with 2 races to go, that is nowhere near a must-win. I know he mentioned that in his interview. I don't see it that way. Now, you got to have some special days.
Yeah.
But you can make up enough points if you have those type of performances.
So I should mention, too, fellas, just one moment, those results are unofficial, so we will wait for those to...
Which would make these points unofficial.
Unofficial,
yes.
Because back in the pack when that wreck was happening, where they score them based on when the caution could come out, that could be 5 or 6 spots.
Yeah.
And every spot is a point. But let's go back and see how this race was won. So it all starts, the 12 car into the back of the 22 of Logano. It actually knocked Logano loose, knocked him loose, and the Suarez in the 99 getting a good push also from the 1 car.
And then right here, it's kind of a drag race, 2 by 2, and I think it all changes going into turn 3. Ross Chastain does not lack commitment. I think Blaney actually makes a decision to let the 22 go. He lifts a little bit. Right here, he's going to let the 22 go, not the 1. He goes until he finally just loses grip. Look at, he goes up the racetrack out of the gas. That kills the 99, because now the 12 is back to offense, and this is the push that won Joey Logano the race.
No help whatsoever for the 99. The 12 pushes the 22. The 1 finally gets back to the 99, and that gets him alongside the 12 and ultimately beats the 12. But the race was won simply by the lack of ability to stay connected.
Ryan Blaney, an amazing move, letting the 22 go, knowing he could get back to him on corner exit. And then at this point, I don't believe any run's coming yellow or no yellow. It might change the positions between the 99, the 20, the 48. They may change at the line, but there was no doubt Joey Logano had that race won.
Yeah, 2 other guys that had good finishes that really we didn't talk much about them today, Christopher Bell and Tyler Reddick. They both ended up with good finishes, good points. Alex Bowman, all day long, he was up there. So, kind of the have and have-nots for the playoff guys.
Well, great day, as we mentioned, not only for Joey Logano, but for Daniel Suarez with Kim.
Daniel Suarez trying to sweep the Atlanta races this year, came 1 spot short. Looking at that overtime restart, if you could rewrite the script to that, what would be different?
I don't know. I mean, I will have to rewatch everything again. I was pretty confident that the top was going to be better with the 22, and he was going to be able to push me like the 1 did in that last restart being on the outside. But, I mean, we got a great launch, but we just got disconnected too early. And that obviously hurt us. And the 8 and the 54, they were able to get connected for longer and beat us. But it's a little painful. I feel like, it's just... we were in position, and sometimes it's very difficult to predict who is going to get the best push and for how long you're going to get it, but it's part of the game, right? We were in contention. The team did an amazing job. The car looked amazing, Quaker State. So thankful for the opportunity to design this amazing car. So we're happy with it, but not satisfied.
Let's look at the big picture, though. You had a great points day. How does this set you up for success for the rest of this round?
Yeah, it was definitely a good day. It was definitely a good day, but every time that you get second and it's that close and you feel like you were in position to win and you didn't win, it doesn't matter if you got a good points day or not. It just, I don't feel very good right now, but it's part of it.
A bittersweet race here for Daniel Suarez.
Yeah, tough hurts today, Kim, by not getting the win, but it helps in the big picture for the playoffs that are underway, and the winner to kick them off in the best way, Joey Logano. Lots more coming up with Kyle Petty, Dale Jarrett, Marty Snyder on the Peacock Pit Box when we come back.
This copyrighted telecast may not be reproduced, retransmitted, or used in any form without the authorized written consent of NASCAR Broadcasting. NASCAR would like to thank all of our fans for your support, and we hope you enjoyed today's broadcast.
This guy thinks he's running a charming bed and breakfast. He's not.
Everything okay?
We're good. He's on USA Scare Tactics.
Hey, I need 5 stars!
A review by Jordan Peele and Monkey Paw Productions.
Sometimes at night, I see stuff in here. What do you mean?
Scare Tactics premieres Friday, October 4th on USA.
If I told you something extends your lifespan, improves your sleep, makes you more empathetic, and reduces stress and cognitive decline, you would think it was a miracle drug. But I'm talking about reading. Reading every day does all those things and more, which is why I started my book club, Read with Jenna. So start a reading streak, even if it's just a few minutes every day. On the way to work, your lunch break, before you go to bed. Every little bit helps. The more you know.
Everybody knows you're the queen of the voice. What do I have to do to earn the title of king?
You're already the king.
For real?
What do you think?
I love that you said that. What is it about the show that lights you up, makes you feel some kind of way?
The camaraderie we have, we're having a lot of fun.
Isn't it like a family reunion?
Better.
Y'all didn't tell me that those backstories was gonna make me cry. And
rip your heart out.
Yes.
Feel terrible.
I'm sorry I didn't pick you. Wrap and roll it. Let's go.
Welcome to the NASCAR America post-race show presented by Progressive. Marty Snyder, Dale Jarrett, Kyle Petty joining you here. You guys catch your breath yet after that one or not, DJ?
No, I don't even know what to say. I mean, that was just incredible racing as a driver, too. You're sitting here watching that, and you're driving with every driver with the position they're in. I'm worn out.
Yeah, so Kyle, I want to ask you, I asked you after Darlington last week, one word to describe it, and you both went, wow.
Wow.
What's one word to describe the racing in Atlanta today?
It's the same. Let me say this. They've got to stop running Daytona, Darlington, and Atlanta like this back-to-back because my heart won't take it. 3 weeks in a row, my pacemaker is not going to take it. But I want to say this. We saw today that, and I've said it before, my dad's always said, Dale Jarrett was a big-time winner, big race winner. You put big money on the line, you put a big race, Dale Jarrett's your guy. Joey Logano is this generation's Dale Jarrett. I'm going to tell you that. You put him in position to win on a big day and a big stage, he's going to get it done.
So after a wild race, here's how the playoff standings shape up heading into Watkins Glen, race number 2 in the round of 16. DJ, what jumps out to you?
What jumps out is Kyle Larson lost 25 of his points that he had, and Denny Hamlin lost. I can't even explain that. I am with the strategy that they came out with. I mean,
we talked about it during the race. I'm going to say this. We talked about it during the race. Kyle Larson lost the regular season championship spot in the field of race. Can Denny Hamlin win a championship spot in a race? Because basically, that's what he did. He didn't show up today. He showed up, rode around at the back, tried to stay out of trouble, got in a wreck, and here he is, 2 to the good. This is Denny Hamlin. This is a guy we keep saying, it's his year, it's his year, it's his year. This wasn't his race, man. You know, he's going to have to show up when we get to Watkins Glen and these other places and make up and show that he's ready to run for a championship, because this team didn't today.
Boy, what a recovery for Ryan Blaney, who pushed his teammate to the win. He restarted 32nd with 50 laps to go in regulation. Winds up 30s with Dave.
Third for Ryan Blaney today. A corporate win as your teammate is in victory lane. I'm sure you wanted to be there yourself, but considering the shape your car is in, is third okay?
Yeah, honestly, I can't believe we got back up where we did. 12 boys did a really good job fixing it. I'm surprised it didn't have more damage than what it did, because from my seat, I got drilled in the left rear, or the door, I guess, where he hit me, and then the right rear got off the fence. I didn't know how damaged we were, but I was kind of able to carve up through traffic and could kind of get through the middle, pretty good. So, yeah, really proud of the effort. Had a thought of going 3 wide on the front stretch, and I'm like, man, it's going to be tight, and we've already had a really good day going, great points and all that stuff. And so, yeah, second or third, I guess. So, really good day. Appreciate Dent Wizard doing what they do, Menards, Advanced Auto Parts, Dex Imaging, the Worth Group, Discount Tire. Move on to Watkins Glen. Like I said, really happy. I mean, this thing looks ugly, but really good finish. So proud of the effort by everybody.
Great recovery for Ryan Blaney.
Oh, and congrats to the 22 team. Sorry, Joey did a great job all day. Good job to him.
And Christopher Bell comes home in the 4th position, despite a little bit of chaos on the day for you guys. A fire in the pits, pitting out the bikes. How did you guys overcome everything?
I mean, I don't know. It was a fun race, and it was a race that you could just kind of pick a lane and move forward as long as your car was driving good. So, I don't know. Normally I hate super speedways, but that was wild and chaotic and a lot of fun, honestly. And really, all the drivers need to celebrate this race, because I don't know how we put 400 miles together and not wrecking a ton of equipment. So that was a blast. Really, really proud of this 20 group to, put together a solid day. Our whole goal going into Atlanta was just surviving, and we did that. So that was fun, and now we get to move on to a little bit more normal racetracks.
What's the outlook for next week at Watkins Glen?
Next week's definitely going to be a little bit more aggression from our camp. Going to Atlanta, it's that the opportunity to get caught up in a crash and not score any points is there. So we were trying to be conservative going in here, and getting out with the top 5 is amazing. And it makes me really excited about going to tracks that I love at Bristol and Watkins Glen and being strong, competitive, aggressive, and racing for a win.
A very happy Christopher Bell.
Boy, what a recovery for that team. Kim mentioned the 2 really bad pit stops. Number 1, where they didn't get it full of fuel, then the one where they had the penalty for pitting outside the box. DJ, in your championship runs, you used to tell me it wasn't the dominant days where you won a championship. It was the days where you had a bad day, but you recovered to have a decent finish. So is that what you're thinking here with Bell?
Yeah, I think exactly that. My problem is we continue every year that they're in the playoffs to talk about these same things that happen. They have to get this cleaned up. They can get through this round. I think that with his talent, they have good people. They have a great race car driver, and they do a lot of things right, but it seems when it comes to pit road during the playoffs that they have a lot of mistakes there. And it's everybody. It's not just, the driver or the pit crew doing it. They have to clean that up, but a solid run, once again, because of that tremendous job that Christopher Bell does behind the wheel.
And just to clarify, that pit crew came in ranked 3rd in the Cup Series, so an off day, and if you're, Adam Stevens and Christopher Bell, you say, hey, let's shake that one off as Ryan Blaney comes into victory lane to congratulate his teammate Joey Logano on the win. Kyle, how in the world did Ryan Blaney not have damage from that accident on the backstretch? And then how in the world did he drive from 32nd to 3rd in 50 laps?
No idea. Dale and I said the same thing. Dale looked at me and he said, how did he get straight again? And I think he got in the outside wall when you watch the thing, and it kind of straightens him up. And then Truex just knocks him straight, to be honest with you. Truex kind of just knocks him back straight. But that's just part of the story. The recovery from what they did, you talk about that. I was marking it down. At 30 to go, he was 20th. 25 to go, he was 15th. 20 to go, he was 12th. 10th, 6th, and he ends up 3rd. I mean, he just kept coming and never gave up. Inside, outside, it didn't make it. And you heard him say, I thought about going 3 wide there, but I thought, maybe I shouldn't tempt my luck at this point.
And Jonathan Hassler reminded him, it's been a really good day. Yes. Let's not mess it up now. Let's take the points. So I think he thought about that as well. DJ, what's an appropriate gift when your teammate pushes you to the win?
Like, what? Yeah, I don't know exactly what Blaney likes to drink or where he likes to go to dinner, but I think dinner and drinks would be perfect in that scenario. But I think more than that what Ryan Blaney would hope for, that when the roles are reversed, he gets the same respect from Joey Logano, and there's no doubt in my mind that Joey Logano will do that if he's in that position, because he's a great teammate. But I'm going to go back to what Kyle said too about Joey Logano and things. You put that man on a restart somewhere in the first 2 rows late in a race, and he gets the job done more times than not.
Boy, talk about recoveries. How about Tyler Reddick? Little damage on pit road. They got all that worked out, and he leaves Atlanta plus 33 above the cut line. He's with Kim.
A sixth-place finish here for Tyler Reddick after some chaos, contact on pit road multiple times. Did it feel as crazy as it looked from your perspective?
Yeah, it was chaotic on the racetrack, but it felt even more so on pit road today. That's just a product of qualifying and where we just kind of ended up. The 99 stayed ahead of us pretty much all day long. He was really, really solid, obviously. So we'd come down behind him on pit road and have to come around and get at a bad angle. And then I was right around the 22 all day long. He wins the race. But, then I would get stuck in behind the 22 when he would come around or follow him in. So just had to overcome a lot of track position on restarts all day long, which is a bummer. But, we came out of here sixth with a car that wasn't too great for us handling-wise today. It was a real struggle in stage one. So glad we were able to survive it with a decent points day. Didn't get the stage points, but we'll take it.
Survive. What was the strength here for this team today?
Fighting. The thing was just a handful all day long, especially stage one, like I said. So just trying to keep up with the balance as much as we could. On top of that, we tried to make pit road as smooth as possible. We had good planning. It's just as soon as one thing kind of fell out of place with, cars coming in and taking second and a half of fuel, it all blew up. So just thankful we didn't have a big incident and tear up our car too bad to where we were able to still drive up through the field.
A lot of grit in this 45 team.
Well, at the end of the day, Ty Gibbs is 18th on the scoring monitor. Not at all what you wanted after. That car ran up front, you put it there, and you stayed up there late in the race.
Yeah, I didn't do a good job blocking, so I take responsibility for not finishing, great, not finishing good at all. So it's my fault, but I'm glad we finished the race and got some points. Definitely frustrating. We were up there and didn't finish well, but it's part of it. I'm just glad I can walk out of this place with a good finish, or not a good finish, good points day.
Well, and your crew chief and I talked about that earlier. Finishing was a big deal for you guys, where you're seated, where you're going in. How hard was it to balance? I got a car that can win, but I need to finish.
Yeah, it's definitely hard because, you want to stay out of the wrecks and run up front, but all of a sudden it's like a light switch. It's good. So I just made the best of what I had and kept my momentum going and took me to the front, and I just didn't do the rest of the job.
Be interesting to see how this team processes this 17th place finish, because it looked like they were going to be in position to win it, but they will go to Watkins Glen just +1 above the cut line for Ty Gibbs. NASCAR America Post Race is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Save when you bundle auto, home, or motorcycle insurance. Visit progressive.com.
Here we are driving down the road, and all of a sudden, bam! Oh! Look at that. You know what we can do now? Go to SafeLight.com. They are the experts at replacing and recalibrating windshields. If you get a crack in your windshield, there's only one choice. Safe Light Repair, Safe Light Replace.
What's the order?
50-cent boneless wings?
50-cent boneless wings on 2. Ready? Break.
Hey. Bro.
50-cent boneless wings only at Applebee's.
Welcome to Homestead Miami, your home for the racing high life. A track as vibrant and colorful as South Florida. Come for the sun, stay for the speed. An Xfinity and Craftsman Truck Series playoffs doubleheader on Saturday. A Cup Series playoffs showdown on Sunday. There's something for everyone. Cuisine, culture, competition. And it's all caliente.
Hell of a job, guys.
I got this $1,000 camera for only $41 on Deal Dash.
DealDash.com. Online auctions since 2009. This PlayStation 5 sold for only 50 cents. This iPad Pro sold for less than $34. And this Nintendo Switch sold for less than $20.
I got this KitchenAid stand mixer for only $56. I got this barbecue smoker for $26.
And shipping is always free.
Go to DealDash.com right now and see how much you can save.
Introducing Mando Whole Body Deodorant for pits, privates, and beyond. I'm Dr. Shannon Klingman, the inventor of whole body deodorant, like Mando. It's clinically proven to block odor all day and controls odor for 72 hours. And before you say it, Mando works better than a shower with soap alone. Rather than covering up BO with heavy fragrance, Mando's unique formula stops odor before it starts. That's my secret to better odor control everywhere. Mando's unlike anything you've ever tried before. Get over 30% off at shopmando.com.
Let's take a look at this week's Progressive Safe Driver. Obviously, it's Joey Logano. But, Kyle, can we give an assist to Ryan Blaney here?
Yeah, we'll give him half of it.
Half a point, yeah.
They can share it when he takes him out to dinner. When he takes Blaney out to dinner. Listen, when you're out front, it's easy to be a safe driver because there's nothing but blue sky in front of you. And that's where Blaney pushed Joey Logano to the blue sky and on into victory lane.
What a key win for the 22 team. They move on to the round of 12. Logano getting the win here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Also a very important day for Alex Bowman, the second most points earned. He's with Dave.
Fifth today for Alex Bowman, who, when I saw him earlier today, he was told by his crew chief his car would drive well. I guess he wasn't kidding.
Yeah, no, it drove awesome all day. Super proud of Blake and the whole Ally 48 team. Had a great driving car for sure. I wish, a couple things went different there with between 7 and 5 to go. We just got ourselves, I think, back to 13th for one of those restarts and had to be really aggressive to get back to the top 5. So wish I would have put myself in a little better position there at the end, but obviously a great points day and a great day for Hendrick Motorsports on the 48 team. So certainly want more than that, but not a bad day.
I'm thinking, okay, yeah, third in the first 2 stages, lots of points. But, I mean, did you really need to put yourself in a riskier position there at the end?
Yeah, I mean, the 2 restarts from the end, when we restarted 13th, it was pretty sketchy to get back up through there. So, we made the middle work quite a bit, and Kevin was great on the roof at getting me holes, and it worked out really well. So, felt like there was 7 to go, nothing was going my way, and the last 2 restarts, everything went my way. So, thankful to end up with a good finish.
Strong playoff start for Alex Bowman.
Top 10 finish for Chase Elliott. You also earned stage points. Do you feel like you and the team maximized the day?
Well, I don't know that we maximized the day, but it certainly could have been a lot worse. I'm not mad about it by any means. I mean, we got some stage points in both stages, stayed out of the mess, and got a solid finish. So I think all things considered, if we were wise, we would take that and go to the house and get ready for next week.
How optimistic are you about Watkins Glen, knowing Hendrick Motorsports' record there?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I certainly realize the success we've had, but that doesn't mean we're going to be good next week either. So we have work to do this week, and just gearing up for a qualifying session that's going to be. It might not decide who wins, but it'll be really close. So you better show up with your A game on Saturday because that's going to be the ticket for sure.
9th place for William Byron, but according to what we're looking at, your average running position was right there up front all day long, like 5th or something like that. So what happened at the end that prevented you from being up there?
Well, we just there were 3 wide in front of us, and I just picked the wrong guy to go with, and I was bottom of 3. So, I tried to help the 8 there down the front stretch, and we just got trapped on the bottom. So we went from 5th to 13th, and then was able to claw back from 13th to 9th. So happy with that. Seemed like all day we had a really solid car. We were acquiring stage points, which was great, and just kind of trying to keep ourselves up towards the front. It got a little bit sketchy there with having to save so much fuel at the front and still hold those guys off that had pitted. So, but proud of the effort, and feel like this was what we needed out of Atlanta, and a solid day and some things to improve going to Watkins Glen.
Does this mean the execution point that the teams so often talk about was kind of hit spot on today for the 24?
Yeah, for the most part. We had a couple little things on track, couple small things in the pits. So it just rolled a little bit on fuel only. The car stalled, and just small things, but all things that, out of Atlanta you'll take, and getting a top 10 is great. So Relay Payments car looked great on track, and excited for Watkins Glen. We won there last year. Thanks.
All 3 of those Hendrick drivers finishing in the top 10 today. DJ, the star of the class, though, was Alex Bowman. Did you honestly see this coming today at Atlanta?
No, but he ran well all day, had himself in the mix. But I'll tell you, when the caution came out with 10 laps to go, and I think we restarted with 5 or 6 to go, Alex Bowman was not in the top 10 at that time. So he found a way to make things happen at the end of the race, and that's what you have to do, and especially when you're going to add 22 points to what you were before the race started to your total there.
Yeah. By the way, his dad sent me a note. He said, stop picking his son to be out in the first round, Kyle.
No.
So
Listen,
you picked Bowman to be out again, and yet again he delivers a good finish.
Every time I pick Alex to be out in the first round, he picks up his game. And I'm going to tell you what, he drove a great race today. Dale and I commented, in those first two segments, he quite possibly had the best car on the racetrack.
Yeah.
He could go anywhere he wanted to go at any time. I think people made adjustments and caught up a little bit. But when you look at the Hendrick group as a whole, he was the one that had the solid day. He was the one. I feel bad for William Byron. We've all done it. You pull up to a stoplight, there's two lanes. You pick this lane, and it doesn't go anywhere. And that's what happened. It happens to everybody. Some days it's just not your day to pick, but a great day for Alex Bowman. He drove a great race.
DJ, the fourth Hendrick driver, Kyle Larson. I mean, man, number one, I'm just glad he's okay, but what a hit for Kyle Larson. Where do he and Cliff Daniels go from here? They're a championship team, but how they recover at Watkins Glen?
You know, you put this behind you. I mean, I have to believe he's going to be sore for a couple of days and be healed up, but just thankful for these safer barriers that we have now. That was just a vicious hit, and then get hit hard from behind there. But what they have to do is do what got them to this point. He's a good road racer, outstanding road racer. Go there with speed, get your job done, and take care of business there. And we know that we've watched him race right up front at Bristol many times.
Yeah, and we've seen this a couple of times in the last few races, honestly, with this car. It snaps back to the right so quick. We saw it at Darlington a couple of times, saw it with Chris Buescher right here. You overcorrect just a little bit with this rack and pinion, the way the car loads and unloads itself. That's a hard hit. It's not good that we're going to Watkins Glen next week because that's left and right. You got to go left and right.
That's a good point. But just from the injury standpoint,
just from being sore, from an injury standpoint. But you got to give kudos, as Dale did, to the soft walls, but to this car too, and all the safety features that have gone into this new car.
But I agree with DJ's point. They're very good at Watkins Glen. They're very good at Bristol as well. So if you're a Kyle Larson fan, will hopefully recover. NASCAR America Post Race is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Save when you bundle auto, home, or motorcycle insurance. Visit Progressive.com.
There is nothing like a Wendy's Frosty. It's cool. It's creamy. It's only $1 right now. Wait, what? The one and only Frosty is $1? Gotta be Wendy's.
Reputations are earned. They're built with hard work, time, and consistency. They're respected, trusted. I'm just a traveler on this earth. They're real, and they're rare. Introducing Traveler Whiskey, the result of reputation.
The NASCAR Xfinity Series is coming to the CW.
He's gonna go for the lead.
8 weeks of action.
This is his race.
Including every playoff race. Oh, no. Exclusively on the CW.
This is when championships are won.
The NASCAR Xfinity Series. Check your local listings.
$5 all-you-can-eat pancakes are back at IHOP for a limited time. Or free with select combo purchase. Only at IHOP.
1 in 4 vehicles will need a new battery this year. Don't wait until yours dies to do something. Test your battery regularly, and if you need a replacement, Napa has you covered with a full range of long-lasting, high-performing batteries designed to keep you moving.
No matter how many times you cross that bridge, the feeling's still the same. Never quiet, but calm and best shared. Peter Millar.
I knew it. I thought something is different about my man. It's Blue Chew. Blue Chew. Blue Chew? Blue Chew. Blue Chew. Blue Chew. Blue Chew. Blue Chew. You've done it again.
There is nothing like a Wendy's Frosty. It's cool. It's creamy. It's only $1 right now. Wait, what? The one and only Frosty is $1? Gotta be Wendy's.
Boy, one of the topics all week long will be how Denny Hamlin and the 11 team approach this Atlanta race. Right now, Hamlin is with Dave.
Denny Hamlin has been released from the Infield Care Center, unofficially 24th. First of all, you okay?
Yeah.
What happened in that final crash?
I just saw cars turn sideways in front of us, so try to avoid wrecks all day, and then, of course, got in the last one.
I was looking at you, listening to you on the radio most of the day. I know the car didn't handle well. Were you always waiting until the end to make your move, or was there no chance that the 11 was going to be good enough?
Yeah, I thought there at the very end, we actually got the car where it kind of needed to be, but by then you're kind of dealing with a logjam type of, couple lanes that are blocking things, and you're not really going to go much of anywhere. So I just tried to avoid the wrecks, and obviously I was trying to get 20 points out of the day. That was my goal, is just get 20 however we could. Obviously starting in the back, it didn't help, with that, but, still we did the best we could and got in a wreck that cost us probably 8 to 10 spots or so.
Does a weekend like this concern you, the first race of the playoffs?
No, not really. I mean, I did what I wanted to do, and that was lay in the back for the most of the race and, try to see what attrition came about. And, again, 20 points any way possible, but came up a little short of that today.
All right, thanks, Denny. Glad he's okay.
So, Kyle, does that clarify what was going on with the 11 today for you at all?
No. Who goes into the playoffs saying, I want to get 20 points in the first race? I've never heard anything like that in all the history of when we've had playoffs. I just want to get 20 points. I'm going to ride back here. So I'm more confused now than I was before I heard him speak.
What a strange day it was for Denny Hamlin and the 11 team. And next week, Hamlin and the entire Cup Series field will be at Watkins Glen for race number 2 of the playoffs.
It's a great afternoon at Watkins Glen. 90 laps. Let's stay locked in. Positive mindset all day. Beat a boss today. Try to maintain track position. No prisoners. Green flag, green flag. Spotters, just keep your eyes peeled. Perfect. 1-2 in the end. Stay focused here, man. Keep digging. Check up hard, check up hard. Damn it. So close. Huge gap here. Nice and smooth. Hell yeah, boys. Break Steve. Great car. Awesome job, guys. First round, first win. Hell yeah. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Oh, Jack, baby. Woo-hoo-hoo!
Both races next week will be on USA. Both races also will be called radio style. So we have our Dylan Welch, who will be in one of the turns at Watkins Glen. He'll be on Sirius XM NASCAR Radio Channel 90 on Wednesday at 9 a.m. Eastern. So, DJ, your thoughts heading to Watkins Glen and what we can expect there?
Okay, we knew this was a wild card race today, but you think that, okay, it's just a road course. You make one mistake, especially at the wrong time of that race, you all of a sudden have lost 20 points because so many cars are going to finish on the lead lap, or if you have the misfortune of having a flat tire, just something simple as that can turn your day upside down.
And Kyle, by the way, a brand new tire at Watkins Glen next week with massive fall off.
Brand new tire. We've had 3 wild card races. Why not just add the 4th one at Watkins Glen? Because I've seen a wild card race up there before.
Boy, the Atlanta race did not disappoint today. So much chaos, especially in Stage 3. At the end of the day, it was Joey Logano who wound up in victory lane. He's already moved on to the round of 12. We'll check in next week from Watkins Glen right here on USA. Coming up next on USA, Law & Order SVU.